So, dear students, today we'll see about the ideal and practical voltage sources. So, you are familiar with the so we'll see about the ideal and practical voltage sources. You are familiar with the concept of the ideal as you have studied about the ideal transformer. It is an imaginations where we want to design that level. You know the we don't have any kind of losses, and the total flux linkages from the primary towards the secondary will remain the same. There will be no change. So that there will be no losses. So that is what I have just quoted you a simple example with respect to ideal transformer. But right now, as the subheading itself says ideal and practical voltage sources, so we'll go with respect to that one. So we'll just focus what are these things. An ideal voltage source is one which maintains a constant voltage at its terminal, irrespective of the current delivered to the external network. Internal resistance of an ideal voltage source is zero. You can see the diagram with respect to the source where capital V suffix small s and the polarities. The polarities will show the direction of the flow of the current, and conventional direction is a different matter. You can see the I suffix s where the flow of the current, it shows that the terminal voltage equals to the supply voltage, source voltage. So there isn't any kind of loss. The voltage across the load and voltage across the source remains the same. So this is what an ideal system speaks with respect to. So, but in practice, a voltage source has internal resistance. When it delivers a current, there is always an internal voltage drop which increases as the source supplies more and more current. So, obviously, thus its terminal voltage progressively falls. You can see an internal resistance which is connected in series with respect to the source voltage, and you can see the total terminal voltage V suffix small t equals to the supply voltage minus the total drop. And from the graph, it is obviously clear that the ideal source has no losses from graph 1, whereas in case of the practice, that is the practical, that is voltage source, there is a drop in the voltage level. So this is with respect to the concept of ideal and practical voltage sources. We'll have a similar fashion with respect to ideal and practical current sources. An ideal current source is one which delivers a current of constant magnitude, the same fashion as we had seen in case of the voltage. Here also in case of current, constant magnitude, constant current of constant magnitude, totally independent of the external network connected to it. The same diagram again, we can have the abbreviation stated for the current is the arrow mark, which shows the arrow headed will show you the flow of the current, and there aren't any kind of losses. This is what we assume. This is our assumption with respect to ideal sources. And in practice, no current source can be an ideal source, and a practical current source is always shown with the resistance across it. Across, you should always know the term the across and in series. This is across means that is connected in parallel. Similarly, a graph that is shown with respect to the ideal and practical current sources, there is a loss with respect to the practice, that is the practical source, but there isn't any losses with respect to the ideal source. So just have a glance of these two different types of simple graphs with respect to the current and voltage. We'll further proceed. Thank you.